Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. Folder here. I'm going to do a video, long time coming, on the Demco AD10 and the fact that, let me just do a little quick history about this knife. This, when it comes to just pure aesthetics of my bigger knives, this is probably my absolute favorite knife. And I mean that, when you, even of my, my AD20s and, any other bigger knives that I have, I really like the way this knife looks. Now, this Tanto version in the S35vn came out after the drop point version, right? Then all of a sudden, Cold Steel came out with, this Tanto, and the drop point's nice. I like this better. I really like the Tanto on this. The camera doesn't do this justice. It has a very hunkered down profile. The blade stock is ridiculously thick. It is just, when it comes to my bigger, heavier, hard use stuff, this is actually my favorite looking knife. But it always fell short of being in my absolute best knife categories because it's G10. And I always said, if they ever came out with titanium scales or made this knife in titanium, besides the custom AD10, I know what that looks, but I'm talking about like contoured scales like these. It would be amazing. And lo and behold, Original Goat has done that. And anybody that's in the knife community knows that, and that's interested in this knife and knows about Original Goat. You'd have to know all that. But Original Goat has been, slow putting these scales out. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not even mad at them for it. The biggest dogs in the knife community have got theirs already, but a lot of people who've ordered them haven't gotten them yet. And it's really a testament. I know they've had some problems down there, but it's actually a testament of how professional they are. Their products are good and they're no compromise. So they're saying, listen, we're not going to rush this. We're not going to compromise. And the fact that they have so many orders, I really applaud that company, Original Goat. Like, if you buy scales from them, like I've bought numerous scales from them, and I've never had a problem. The fit and finish is excellent. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm about to do the transformation of this knife, where I'm gonna take off this G10 and the liners and go Original Goat. I'm not gonna do it on camera because I don't, I want to really take my time. And I know I could do some time-lapse stuff. I'll see. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I just wanted to point out before I break this knife down and put the scales on, that one content creator mentioned this. Wait a minute. How come I don't hear it now? Oh, there you go. And he mentioned the stop pin. That's the stop pin inside. And because it doesn't go all the way to the sides completely, it rattles loose. I never knew that. And, he highlighted it on the scales once the scales were changed that it was doing it. And I just said, you know what, before I've never taken this knife apart. Ever, since I've owned it. Never even took a screw out, not even one. This is how it came from Cold Steel. Now, he said that the fix for that is to put grease inside the pocket where that tube is, where the pin is, and that'll stop it. Just so I'm clear, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I know exactly what it is. It's that pin inside, and it's just going back and forth. So I'm just highlighting that because when I put the original goat scales on here, and then it does that, I want everyone to see that it did it before I put the original goat scales on there. You know? So anyway, all right. That's all I got. I'm gonna let me just do an unboxing. All right. Okay, so all right, I have my scales. I'm really excited to see what they look like. If past orders are any indication, then they're gonna look amazing. Okay. Okay, here we go. OG. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, these are nice. So I got the MM2 configuration, and I don't ever go for weight saving. They have weight saving where they'll mill this out to make it lighter. You know, with my big knives, my AD10 and both my AD20s and any other big heavy knife I got, I don't want it to be light. I want it to be heavy. These are nice. Very, 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 very nice. Yeah, that's gonna be serious business. So these are the MM2 full titanium, no weight saving. Of course, it has the liner delete, and the finish is called fresh, and that's with a PH, not with an F. Fresh. And it has this pocket clip. It's a pocket clip. It's so that you can put the pocket clip on, because the scales are so contoured that they give you a spacer for the pocket clip. All right, let me get to work. Okay, I'm back. You guys notice anything different? New scales, Band-Aid, you know, that type of thing. Yeah, I just changed out the scales, and the AD10 had to remind me how sharp it is. It didn't actually happen while I was changing the scales. It actually happened afterwards. Just a reminder, you know, about the back lock, right? The back lock always requires that your finger is in the path of the blade, even only momentarily, even only for 1 split second. But it does require it, right? Because when you release this button and then you break, you know, the lock's grip on the blade, your finger has to be there for a second. And you can move it out the way and close it safely, right? Or if you're doing it one-handed, you have to actually release the lock, shake it down. Your fingers got to stay really close up front, and then you can let it go close. Either way, very potentially dangerous. Got to be the most skilled individuals with knives cut themselves. People who've had a lifetime of sharpening knives, making knives, using knives in some way, cut themselves. Everybody does. It's a little tiny cut. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to add pressure with the tape. But it's just a reminder. Anyway, back to the more important thing here. I didn't cut my finger off. Is the scales. So I swapped out the scales. As you know, this knife has aluminum liners and G10. So when you take those off, you put the OG original goat. Here it is, right? You put the original goat scales on. And yeah, so yeah, there it is. I gotta weigh it. I'm gonna weigh this thing, see what it weighs. It feels really heavy, FYI, which, you know, that's fine. It's also just ridiculous. You know, if it was, a tank before with the G10, it's definitely a tank now. So yeah, no, it's, where is my glass cleaner? I use glass cleaner to clean my knives. This is a lens cleaner, so you can use that. You know, yeah, it's yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I don't know if I want to go with if I want to go with a different color combination on my hardware or not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the final version of this knife yet. I'll see. I'll let it marinate for a little while. As of right now, this is it. And I'll tell you right now off the top, this thing is a tank. I mean, I'm sure the camera doesn't do it any justice, but it is just absolutely insane. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me weigh this thing. I'll be right back. Okay, this is crazy. I was gonna just weigh this thing and come back and tell you guys the weight. But I said, you know what? Once I did it, I couldn't believe the weight. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it on camera. Just so you know, these are my biggest, heaviest, my Demco AD20s. Okay, my Shark Locks. This Demco with the OG scales comes in at 7.9 ounces. Very heavy knife. Actually, it just clicked over to 8 ounces. Okay, 8-ounce monster, right? My other AD20, okay, with the fresh scales, comes in at 8.1 ounces, or 8.0, 8.1, fluctuating back and forth. Okay, so these are heavy, really heavy. Let's see what the AD10 comes in with the new with these scales. I'm so excited. 9.8 ounces. Hey, you get what you pay for. I said I didn't want weight saving. I didn't want any weight saving. I wanted the full Monty. Well, looks like I got it. 9.2 ounces away from 10 ounces. Almost a 10-ounce knife. This thing is, like I said, I really am sure that the camera is not doing this knife any justice. This thing is an absolute brute. It's got the triad lock. It's basically a 10-ounce knife, basically. Yeah, it is absolutely a brute. Yeah, love it. I love it. I love the overbuilt, extreme nature of it. Really do, really do. It's a novelty. It's a novelty. You know, that's what it is. You don't carry this around, right? This isn't something that you're gonna have in your boxer shorts, right? Yeah, nah. It's a novelty. It's for, you know, people who are, you know, knife enthusiasts, right? Pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, right? That's what it's for, you know. Yeah, amazing. Perfectly straight blade. Really nice. Nice. All right. OG does it again. That's all I got.